From your hyper-local weather source, this is your NORCast weather update. Brought to you by Storybookland and EHT. Enter a world of wonder and whimsy and create everlasting memories for your family. Over 15 rides and dozens of themed attractions. For tickets, hours, and more info, visit StorybookLand.com.
Happy Thursday, everyone. Meteorologist Brittany Trumpy here. All eyes are down on Florida right now. We have Hurricane Helene kind of closing in on the Florida coastline. One thing I wanted to really quickly point out, as of right now, as of this afternoon, probably around 6 o'clock, we are seeing Helene as a Category 3 hurricane. That wind speed, 125 mile per hour wind speeds right now around the center of that storm. That is only 5 miles an hour off from being a Category 4 storm. Now, is there a huge difference as far as impacts when you see that 5 mile per hour change, Category 3 versus Category 4? Not really. Either way, if it does reach Category 4 status or if it goes to only about 125 miles an hour for the rest of this storm's track, we are still going to be seeing significant impacts for portions of Florida. That center of the storm still sitting a little bit south of Tampa, going to continue that track to the north. It is moving very quickly, about 25 miles an hour to the north right now, as we expect that landfall later on tonight. Again, as how things stand as about 5-6 o'clock this afternoon, we're still dealing with a Category 3 storm. We might see that get a little bit more organized and briefly jump back up to Category 4 status before it makes landfall, but whether it's 125 miles an hour or 130 mile per hour wind speeds, the impacts are going to be just about the same. By late tonight, we're seeing that that storm cross over to land. By early tomorrow morning, still a Category 2 hurricane as it works its way through Georgia. Tropical storm status as it moves up towards Kentucky and Tennessee, then kind of running out of energy over the next couple of days, becoming a post-tropical depression by the weekend. But we're going to be feeling some significant impacts. We've already felt some significant impacts for not only Florida, but areas through Georgia, the Carolinas, and back up to the north as well. One of the main concerns with this system is going to be intense storm surge. We're looking at anywhere from about 12 to 18 feet of storm surge right along that coastline of Florida and pushing up towards Tallahassee. 18 to 20 feet, that's more than 2 stories. The average household only about maybe 8 to 9 feet on each floor. So when you're talking about 20 feet of storm surge, you're saying water getting over the second floor of a lot of homes. In addition to that, we have extremely strong wind gusts. We're talking 90, 110 mile per hour wind gusts. Right now, 125, right along the immediate coastline, stretching into Tallahassee. We have a hurricane warning extending almost towards Atlanta right now for those stronger wind speeds. As far as the tornado threat, we've already seen a couple of isolated tornadoes through parts of South Carolina and Georgia, as well as through portions of Florida. So for the rest of today and into overnight tonight, we have that 5 to 10% chance just on those outer bands away from the center of the storm. Here's how things are going to play out. We're going to continue that track up to the north. Again, it's these isolated cells kind of away from the center that tend to cause the tornadic activity. By about 6-7 o'clock tonight, that storm's closing in on the coastline. I would say between that 8-9 o'clock hour is where we're seeing that landfall. By tomorrow, early tomorrow morning, that storm's kind of crossing up into Georgia. Check out how widespread the impacts are. We have that moisture stretching all the way from northern Arkansas back towards our area by early tomorrow morning, and all that moisture will continue to track further up to the north. We'll be seeing sort of the remnants of that system on the way for Friday afternoon and into your Saturday. But again, a very large storm, or at least the moisture field around that storm, very large. As far as rainfall totals, parts of Georgia are going to be seeing anywhere closer to 5 to 10 inches of rain. We're going to see a lot of flooding, not only in the next couple of hours through Florida, but also a lot of flooding through parts of Georgia, the Carolinas, Tennessee, and Kentucky over the next couple of days, because the rainfall rates are going to be impressive, and then everything has to work its way downstream. So areas right along the water in the Carolinas are probably going to be dealing with flooding for the next couple of days as well. Then as the storm tracks further to the north, the risk for those outer bands for the tornado activity lifts up to the north as well. So stretching from Myrtle Beach to just north of Wilmington, we're seeing that 10% chance for spin-ups and tornadic activity. So things are going to be very messy for the southeast over the next couple of days, even in those higher elevations in the upstate for parts of North and South Carolina, as well as Kentucky and Tennessee, where they're physically higher. They're going to be seeing some tropical storm and hurricane force winds over the next couple of days. Here back home, overnight tonight, things look quiet. Temperatures falling down into the 60s. Tomorrow, upper 70s. Pretty similar to what we've seen the past couple of days as far as on the mostly cloudy side, a few rays of sunshine. Again, that moisture starts to roll in kind of Friday afternoon into Saturday. Second half of the weekend, we dry out and hopefully start to see some more sunshine. Okay, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll check back in with you later on tonight with your bedtime forecast.